Okay, I've been wanting to do this video for a long time. My aunt, no blood kin that I know of, but by heart, she was really a great woman. One of the best cooks you ever saw in your life. I mean, she was a really, uh, and oh my God, she'd fix a table full of food, no matter what time it was of the day. Boy, she was just a. But anyway, she um, she told me a story, and she swore that it was true. And I believe her. I wouldn't if she told me the sky was blue. I think I'd go outside and would have found it blue. But she told me that years ago here. I think it was on the Round Mountain Road. That's where they lived for many years. Um, her and her husband Jimmy was married, and Jimmy Hicks, and they lived there for many, many, many years on the Round Mountain Road there. But I think it was on the Round Mountain Road that it happened. But she said that there was a woman there. She had they had a cabin. I guess her and her husband and baby and stuff. They had a cabin, and they had those windows like you could just instead of like nowadays you just roll, you can push the window up and whatever. Back then the windows you could just pull the windows open it all the way so there'd be nothing. You just get straight air or whatever. And anyway, she told me that there was a lady there. Um, Told me it's a true story. The lady there had a baby, and the baby was crying that evening. It was crying, and it was just crying its eyes out and wouldn't stop. She couldn't get it to stop. So she went over to, this was of an evening, of a night, is what BG told me. Anyway, she said that the lady opened the window up and had the baby in her arms, and she hung the baby out the window and said something to the effect of boogeyman, come get this crying baby. And that something retch up that was, I reckon, from what I heard, I don't reckon it was a bear, but something retch up with hairy hands and got that baby and took off with it. And she told me this, saying it was the truth, that it happened here in this county. And I believed her. I mean, she had that look in her eyes. You can kind of tell when someone's BSing you around about things. And I don't think BG would lie to you. I mean, as far as me, I don't think she'd tell you a lie about something to save her life. But she told me this as fact. And they, from what she told me, that the baby wasn't found. And she knew the story really well. So, but yeah, that really um, really makes you think. Uh, if it wasn't a bear, what could it have been? Something took the baby out of her arms, just stretched up and grabbed it out of her arms, just like one like me going up and taking a baby out of somebody's arms. And I've seen and I've heard things since I've lived here. I've lived here since I was 5 years old, and I've seen and experienced things that are were pretty freaky. Some of it was downright scary, but yeah. And I've been wanting to tell the story forever, but I just hadn't. I was hoping to get me a selfie stick earlier, but I haven't got it yet. I'll probably get it later or something. But I had a selfie stick once or twice, and I don't know what happened to it, but lost it. But yeah, she told me that as a true story, and if the woman would have told me anything, I'd have believed it. But as far as I know, she never was bad to say a story wasn't true. Uh, she's always honest with me, and I took it for face value. But there's things that happen around here sometimes. God, some of the things I've seen and heard, Lord, people wouldn't believe them. But I experienced it. I've been through it, and it'll scare the fire out of you. I don't care how tough or rough you are. I've seen things, buddy, that'll make a man humble real quick. So, who's to say? But I just thought I'd just make this video. I've been wanting to make it for a long time, and I finally had a little bit of time this evening. But I thank you, and call me in if you on this video. Call me in if you know any stories about things that are stories of things that happen in your life that you maybe you know about. Just comment and let me know. Thank you.